Hello there, how's your day? Mega Kita des. Alright, before I go around and start talking about how much of a idiot contest that IGN have put out for in regards to the Black Mint Wukong, well, the thing is right, there is another thing I have to admit my fault, and that is about Sweet Baby Inc. No, I'm not gonna say sorry for all the thing I criticize about Sweet Baby Inc. But it's more so that I'm mistaken that Sweet Baby Inc. have a headquarters somewhere in America, and I actually keep saying it about it being America along the line, but I guess I should actually add on one more word, is North America. Because the thing is right, I wasn't sure the Canada even exists in the first place, so I guess that was my mistake. And because the only thing is that I know it was somewhere in the North America, so the first thing that came to my mind was just USA. So someone with a very ridiculous long name actually helped to correct me that Sweet Baby Inc. is Canadian. So I guess that that's one mistake that I made. So I have to thank this person for putting things on mine, so that when I give my take, I will give even better take. But then again, I actually kind of like defend myself a little bit, if you guys can understand, because the way they make noise seems to be from America. So in a way, I guess that was my huge mistake, because I thought like both are from North America, so my mindset just kind of like say, oh, they are American. So with that out of the way, I hope that we clear that out of the window, and let's start talking about Black Myth Wukong. And apparently it became the top seller for a week. Interesting. It's kind of interesting that the moment that the news about the game not being consulted by Sweet Baby Inc., where Sweet Baby Inc. wanted to say that, oh, you must pay us $7 million, and not only that, we will make your game even worse and destroy your game, and so that even if you are an indie company, you are not gonna be the best company in the world, but you're gonna down the drain. I don't understand why I use that voice. But anyway, the one thing that I do understand from this whole audio is that when people start realizing that a game that is not under DEI or any consultation or any tie with Sweet Baby Inc., I feel like it's a very good moment, because when people start realizing it, people buy that game, even if the game is not yet released, or even the game trailer or everything doesn't seem as what it seems. Maybe when people decided to say, you know what? We're gonna support this game. We don't care about what the IGN give out. We don't care about what Sweet Baby Inc. trying to do a smearing campaign along the line. Because if Hero Hill can put up that the offensive game became the most number one, so I think that the number one thing I will be waiting to see is that all the so-called game journalists and so-called all the people that are working in IGN or Tokaku or whatever they want to call themselves, just come up with the weirdest article in the whole damn world, and they start banding together and defending themselves until they realize that they are just putting themselves in stupid position, in getting themselves into stupid backlash, and then they get all the stupid reason to defend their stupid self, or all I can say is their stupid ego. And I still don't even understand why they're trying to do all this in the first place. It's like, the funny thing is, right, the article that IGN put out was that they're trying to say the developer are some sort of like sexist along the line, or trying to say that things along the line. And when I read the article, I would just say that, hey, I am not gonna read it. TDL or DLTL, whatever you want to use the word. I don't know all the young generation words at this point of time. But when I look at the article, there is so many mistranslation by IGN. Like, dude, I only recently released a video, and in that video I used the word a foxtail, which means that in Chinese meaning, the person have the intention to do evil stuff. And I talk about it a few times in that, and it's even in the thumbnail itself. Now, yep, all the video will be in the description below, so if you guys are actually interested. But the one thing that I am really shocked is that the people mistranslate a lot of Chinese idiom as it is what it is in a way, even though it means a different meaning, it has a hidden meaning, or it has a different meaning. And I guess those people always think that, oh, and English is the most universal used language, that they think that everything rotates around them. And I guess that's stupid. Normally, people won't hear me using the word stupid, idiot, or crazy, or even or anything that is near at the point. And I guess that the only time I will start using it is that when people start mistranslation. And I hate mistranslation. Extremely hateful of it. So obviously you guys have to understand my hatred for this article in the first place. Now you guys can say that I'm being hypocrite or being crazy, but at this point of time, I mean, like, imagine that when people do mistranslation and start bashing the language, a freaking language that I been using it for most of my life before I start using English and Japanese later off of my life. So yes, I'm from a Chinese family. Yes, I speak in Chinese sometimes, but that doesn't mean that I'm very good in Chinese. It's just that I'm able to speak in Chinese. That was all. Written Chinese, reading Chinese, at least still have some knowledge on that. But the one thing that got me so mad about this whole damn thing is that it's actually not only proved my point that IGN had been paid by Sweet Baby Inc. all along, but it also kind of showed that when any game that is not being consulted by Sweet Baby Inc., they will put out smearing campaign, and the one that doing all the hit job is not Sweet Baby Inc. Apparently, it's being done by Tokaku and IGN at this point. And it's kind of like so damn stupid that they think that, oh, we can just write any article because we belong to a game article company along the line. And yeah, I guess this is one of the reasons why I kind of like stopped using IGN, like who know how long when. Like IGN back in the day was so interesting, so funny, and so nice moment that yes, they do sometimes use adult woman model along that line to put the to kind of like showcase some of the games along the line. And it's really one of the time when, yeah, you can say that it's crazy that trying to use that as the norm, but that was what made IGN that then. It's like people watch it because of those, and now it just up here becoming downgrading themselves or degrading themselves or degenerate themselves to the point of being a tabloid news at this point. It's no longer a no longer a game news or news article, but it's just a tabloid at this point. And the way they come up with this is just outright telling the whole damn world that IGN is just a tabloid news at this point. I don't care how you guys trying to tell me that, hey, it is not what it is. They are just someone typing the wrong article, or maybe this person is just one of the best reporter out there, apparently making mistake along the line. Dude, this is also one of the time when I will just say that this is one of the mistakes that a small little mistake can have serious consequences. And not only is that, but it put IGN in the bad situation or having a bad backlash. And the funny thing is, right, what you guys may not be aware is that when you try to comment on it, they are so aware that this will receive such a huge backlash, they decided to say only they can mention, those that he may mention can reply, and they have no one mention it, so no one can reply. And the like ratio is so low because a lot of people are bashing about the game. So the thing is, right, IGN are aware that this article is going to receive a lot of backlash, including community notes. And it's really so damn stupid. The reason why I have to use the word stupid is that they knew about how bad it is, that they decided to still publish it no matter what. Because why? They were sponsored by Sweet Baby Inc. Because there's no way they won't put up this article. It's like, at this point, IGN is just thinking about money over money instead of their reputation. And their reputation and trust has been grounded all the way to the ground. And yet, they still care about their money. They still care about them being paid by Sweet Baby Inc. because the Sweet Baby Inc. is willing to pay them accordingly. And I guess at this point of time, I guess they are in cahoot with Sweet Baby Inc. so that when Sweet Baby Inc. is unable to get the consultation fee from a game company, they will ask IGN to do the dirty job. So at this point of time, I think that this article is either they have to remove it, or at the same time, they will just be called the so-called mafia of the gaming industry, because IGN is no longer trustworthy at this point. They don't even deserve a read or view all on their website, and they don't even deserve any support at this point. But then again, that's just my speculative thought, just my anger along the line. So I hope you guys, if you guys do understand that, I hope you guys can understand. Forgive me for being so whatsoever. But the one thing that also get me a little bit heated is about how Ubisoft trying to prevent other people to add in their actual view. And the funny thing is, right, I also know that Retainer is not really a samurai. Because Retainer is basically a slave or a person who is just next to you holding your sword, and that they don't go to the battlefield in the first damn place. Often more than not, they can also be used as some sort of like pets, or even showing case to other people about as a freak show along the line. And yet in this case, people are using Yasuke as a warrior. And the funny thing is, right, a historian from University of Tokyo was trying to say that it was not a Sasuke, nor was there any record of it. And yet what did Ubisoft did? They blocked the professor. I even talk about this in my video, that there was no proper record of Yasuke being a samurai in the first damn place. People can come up with a lot of their own story, but there is as there's no written record, there's really no point on saying like, is it true or not? We can come up with a fabrication of a story, but if the game is based on a historical accuracy point, I don't think using Yasuke is a better way of choice. I mean, like, if they want to use Yasuke, I will say that if you use Yasuke as an NPC along the line, and maybe with the idea of that Yasuke mentor our character to become the best character out there, to become the best assassin out there, or even like being a quest giver along the line, and that he disappeared midway only to realize that he actually made an appearance in Assassin's Africa maybe along that line. And if that's the case, not only is that a continuation, it also helped to represent the correct historical way that he was an African, where he's trying to fight for the freedom for his country. But I guess some people just don't understand the logic of understanding a better game story, and the Sweet Baby Inc. just say, hey, no, we want this, we want that. It's like they just act like a freaking mafia of the gaming industry, and I don't understand why game companies still ask them to be their consultation. Because at this point of time, if this chat about Wukong being the shop seller of even many games out there, I don't see why game company don't understand that as long as you get rid of Sweet Baby Inc. from your company or from your consultation list, you're gonna get a lot of people to support you. And it's really kind of like weird that why would people go along the line and say, hey, we must get Sweet Baby Inc. Dude, they are just taking your candies, make sure that they don't support you, and then they will just move on with their life. And it's kind of weird that sometimes people always go with the idea that, hey, Sweet Baby Inc. is the best consultation fee because they give you the DEI along the line. Dude, no one cares about DEI at this point of time. They don't even care about DEI in this era. There's no such thing as modern audience anymore at this point of time. And the funny thing is that a lot of people always say that, oh, they probably do a lot of your market research. Dude, the only research they're doing is using their freaking butt as their brain and just throw out a freaking member and say that, oh, DEI is the way to go, when it doesn't even exist. Ask all the gamers out there, 9 out of 10 gamers will effing say that DEI is bad. If there's one people out of them saying that they prefer DEI, let those game companies cater to that one person that they think or whatsoever, how many percent that is. I mean, like, there is so many players out there. I don't understand why game company thinking along the line that, hey, we must get that small little audience when there is such a bigger audience out there that is waiting for the game. Instead, their mindset is like, we must speak to the minority. Yeah, when the majority people are going to stop playing your game. Look at Suicide Squad. Not only was it tamed by Sweet Baby Inc., it even freaking made the loss for the company Warner Brother $200 million loss. And what got the full blunt of the damage? It wasn't Warner Brother. Instead, it was the company who made the game, Rocksteady. Why? Rocksteady had been laid off majority of their employees, and it won't be long before the company get dissolved in the first place. And that in future we won't get to see any Batman game from Warner Brother that is done by Rocksteady. Why? Because they got the consultation fee that could have helped to make the game better. Instead, they asked someone else to destroy the game. And it's really one of the crazy things that people think that, oh, maybe we should do all the thing. And I will just highlight that Red Sun also put up a very interesting video about a lot of things. He kind of said that the hit piece on game developer backfire horribly. I would say that, yep, the other thing I was saying that there are some points that I used from Red Sun, so my apologies to Red Sun for using some of the points, but some of them are my point actually. So if you agree, or you agree along the line, write in the comment below. We can discuss that further. But the only thing I would definitely say that this I wasn't aware of, as Red Sun actually reported, that this is how the scam of the Sweet Baby Inc. work. And I will say that when Sweet Baby Inc. admit that they are using mafia tactic on game company to let them in, don't be like Ubisoft, don't be like any other company that use Sweet Baby Inc. Be like Black Myth Wukong. The Sweet Baby Inc. tried to extort them for $7 million, and instead of that, they rejected them. What's happened after that? People take notice of this game. People realize that it's such a game. People notice that Sweet Baby Inc. tried to extort the Chinese game company. Instead, they say no. And what happened? Because people will, excuse me, have a little bit too much code. But the one thing I would definitely say, because they choose to not to listen to Sweet Baby Inc., they go with their own gut about what they want for the game. They add in all the good part about what they want about the game, and in the end, people take notice. Why? Because people realize that it's a game that rejected Sweet Baby Inc., and they decided to make it one of the best games out there by buying the game, even though it's not released yet at the time of this recording or this video is being taken out. And it's show about one simple thing. Reject Sweet Baby Inc., you get your players back. Accept Sweet Baby Inc., you going down the drain. But then again, that is just my speculative thought, just a random chat. If you do agree with my point or not, right? And or maybe you have your own thought or your own opinion or your own thing, write in the comment below. We can discuss it further. But if you look at this video, press the like button and subscribe for more talk about stuff from random chat. Yeah, never make any sense, or sometimes it can be totally random, or sometimes I may just follow a single trend or not, but who knows. But the one thing I do know is I hope you guys have a nice day or night. Bye.